Saturday morning, it is the day before a massive fixture for Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Burnley in the Premier League. And this is my Premier League preview of that. Is it a game where Vítor Pereira must win to keep his job, or definitely must not lose to save his job as Wolves manager? Now, let's just quickly talk about Wolves and how poor we've actually been. There's a stat that came out the other day. We have only created 5 big chances this season. We're the worst in the league. We have converted 4 of them, 80% conversion rate, but Burnley are just behind us on 8. So 2 poor teams playing each other. But as we know, Burnley are 17th in the Premier League. A couple of wins and a draw. 2 of their wins against Sunderland and Burnley, against 2 teams that we've lost to. And obviously 2 newly promoted teams, which is not good for Wolves if you look from a Wolves point of view. It's a massive game at Molineux, and it's a shame it's a Sunday, because Sunday 2 o'clock I think the atmosphere will struggle. Burnley will have nothing to lose. They'll see it as being able to pull away from the bottom 3, getting up to 10 points, having an 8-point gap on us if they beat us. But then if we win, we drag them back into it. I do think Burnley will be down there towards the end of the season, but they've had a fairly decent start, obviously a much better start than us. They've actually managed to get a couple of wins. Now let's quickly look at the head-to-head history before we get on to everything else. So there's only been 12 Premier League meetings between Wolves and Burnley. And Wolves have won 4. There's been 4 draws. And Burnley have won 4. So very, very even. Very even. Exactly even. Fun fact, 3 of the draws have been 1-1. The other one was a 0-0. And yeah, we played them like in the McCarthy era, didn't we? But mostly we've played them in the Fosun era in the Premier League. And they did break our hearts, didn't they, under Nuno, the one season where we give away a penalty to draw 1-1, which really dented our European hopes in the second season under Nuno. But should we go through the all-important predicted starting 11s, because this is going to be very interesting. As usual, I'm going to do my starting 11, what I would personally want, and I'm going to give what I think Vítor Pereira will do. Now, my team, 4-3-3, got to go for it, because Burnley are going to sit back and be very solid. They're a very defensive team, and they'll look to hit us on the counter. So I will stick with Sam Johnston in goal, even though he was probably at fault for the first Sunderland goal. I would go with Chachua right back. I thought Doherty struggled against Sunderland. I'd stick with Santi and Krejci as centre half. Hugo Bueno left back. I would stick with Manetzi, João Gomez and Andre in midfield, but I think Andre and João Gomez in particular have really got to pull their finger out and have a better performance they did at Sunderland. Up front, oh man, it's a tough one, but I think I would go Fer Lopez in for John Arias on the right, cutting in on his left foot. I'd go for Strand Larsen, which is controversial because I probably would have said Tolu, but all the signs from the press conference from Vítor is saying that Strand Larsen's improved a lot throughout training. But he can't. If he has another performance like Sunderland, he has to be dropped after this game. But he's a big player. We need him for this big game. Hopefully, he can start and do something. On the left, I would stick with Rodrigo Gomez. He wasn't great against Sunderland, but he's probably the best out of the front 3. So I'd love to see Fer Lopez and Rodrigo get a start in the 4-3-3. There's obviously shouts for Hwang Hee-chan who's returned, Bellegarde who's returned. Probably harsh on John Arias, but I think he's been awful, so that's why I would drop him. That's my team. For Vítor, I think he will stick with the 4-3-3. There is something inside me that I wouldn't be surprised if he went back to a 5 at the back, but I think he will stick with 4-3-3 from what I've been hearing. But I think he'll stick with Johnston. I think he'll stick with Doherty, right back. I think he'll go Santi Krejci, Hugo Bueno. I've got a weird feeling he's going to drop João Gomez because of his poor performance against Sunderland and his bad miss. And he spoke about him a lot. It's his 100th appearance if he does get on the pitch. So I'm going to go back on what I've just said. No, he will start João Gomez. It's his 100th Wolves appearance and he probably will be captain. Ignore what I just said. So it'll be Gomez, Andre. It will be Manetzi. It will. And then the front 3, I think he'll stick with John Arias. I think he'll stick with Strand Larsen. And I believe he'll bring Hwang Hee-chan back in on the left. He loves him. Or if it's not Hwang Hee-chan, it'll be Bellegarde. He just loves Bellegarde and Hwang Hee-chan, so one of them will be in the team. Whether he fits Bellegarde in midfield for João Gomez, that was going to be my thoughts, but I think he will play João Gomez. So they're the 2 teams. What do you think? Would you go with mine? Do you think Vítor's going to do that? Do you think he'll go with a 5 Vítor and bring Agbadou back in? Maybe he could do, but it's anyone's guess at the moment. It's a big pressure decision, and yeah. If Strand Larsen starts off really poor, bring Tolu on. Bring him on. Make subs sooner, because his subs have been a bit weird. Right, let's go with prediction of head and heart. Prediction of my head. Unfortunately, I'm going to go Wolves 0, Burnley 1. Yeah, I don't know who's going to get Burnley's goal. Don't know too many of their players, but should we go Kyle Walker? There we go. Go Kyle Walker from right back to get a goal. So with my heart, Wolves 1, Burnley 0. Jorgen Strand Larsen to finally get a Premier League goal. Can't call it. It's a massive game, as we know. I hope Wolves win. If we lose, I do think Vítor Pereira might get sacked, but it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't. If we draw, meh. If we win, hopefully it kicks us on and Vítor can turn it around. Because he's been making a lot of excuses, hasn't he, lately? But as I say, comment your thoughts down below. Please like the video. It really helps the channel. Please subscribe. It really helps the channel too with the algorithm. And I really appreciate the support. Come on, Wolves. And I'll catch you after the bird again. Cheers.